In the peaceful kingdom of Amodori lived two identical twin sisters, Dorcas and Divine Adasola. They looked exactly alike, but their hearts followed two different paths. Dorcas believed deeply in spiritual caution, dreams, warnings, and signs. Divine believed in logic, reason, and facts. Where Dorcas saw symbols, Divine saw coincidences. Where Divine saw clarity, Dorcas sensed secrets. Their bond was deep, yet their differences ran quietly beneath the surface, like an underground river waiting for its moment to rise. When they reached marriage age, destiny played a strange dance. They both fell in love with identical twin brothers, Peter and Paul Adebayo. Peter was calm, disciplined, and gentle in speech. Paul was bold, outspoken, and emotional. The couples matched perfectly, Dorcas with Peter, Divine with Paul. The wedding that followed was one the kingdom never forgot. It was called the Wedding of Mirrors, because every guest said it felt like watching four reflections standing under the same canopy. The event was filled with music, royal drums, dancing masquerades, the fragrance of roasted spices, and laughter that shook the ground like festival thunder. But among the happy faces was a woman whose smile never reached her eyes. Aunt Mabel, the twin sisters' aunt, their mother's older sister. People whispered about her. They said she carried jealousy like a second skin, especially toward her late sister, the twins' mother, who had been more loved, more blessed, and more celebrated. During the gift presentation, Aunt Mabel stepped forward with a beautifully wrapped box and a strange expression that no one understood. In the box was $5,000, a large amount for that community. "She loved your mother," people whispered. "She came with blessings," others insisted. But Dorcas felt a stirring in her spirit, a warning like a cold breeze brushing her shoulders. So she quietly told her closest friend,
"Don't let anyone touch the money."
"Maureen, please, anything that contains money, open it yourself. Do not allow anyone else to touch it." Divine saw this and frowned. "Dorcas, why must you act like everything hides danger?" Dorcas answered softly, "It is better to be safe than sorrowful." Divine laughed it off. She believed nothing could ruin such a perfect union. But fate had already begun its slow, silent work. 2 years passed. Dorcas and Peter flourished like trees planted beside a river. Their business grew, their home expanded, and their relationship was filled with tenderness and unity. They rose in life so quickly that people often asked if angels lived in their compound. Divine and Paul, however, walked a different road. Their finances sank like a stone tossed into a deep well. Their home was filled with arguments, confusion, sleepless nights, and strained moments. Their shop collapsed. Their farmland produced little. Their plans scattered before their eyes like torn papers in the wind. Paul tried everything new: business, loans, friends, prayers, hard work, even relocating, but every effort died before it had the chance to live. Divine blamed him. Paul blamed life. They both felt the weight of something invisible pressing on them. Village gossip grew like fire on dry leaves. Divine and Paul have bad luck. Maybe the twins' blessings cannot be equal. I heard someone cursed them. I heard they offended their ancestors. I heard their marriage was not approved by the spirits. Divine carried the whispers like stones in her heart. Paul carried shame like a cloak he could not remove. One evening, when Paul was at his breaking point, He met a traveling prophet known as Prophet Namnamdi, a man with calm eyes but a voice that carried the weight of truth. He looked at Paul and said, "You carry a gift that was not a blessing. Something you touched 2 years ago changed your destiny." Paul froze. "What did I touch?" The prophet's voice lowered. "Money meant to destroy. Money coated with incantations. Money sent with the intention to make your life crumble." A cold memory flashed in Paul's mind, the wedding gifts. Then Aunt Mabel's strange smile. Then Divine joyfully picking the envelope containing the $5,000 because she thought it looked pretty. The prophet continued, "It touched your hands and Divine's hands, but Dorcas was protected because she never handled it." Paul felt the ground tilt under him. Then the prophet added, "The one who sent it was a woman with your wife's bloodline, your wife's aunt." Paul gasped. It all made sense. The missing piece, the constant setbacks, the strange dreams, the unending confusion. The prophet guided Paul through deliverance that night. His body shook, his tears fell, his spirit broke and rebuilt itself. He felt something leave him a shadow, lifting, and from that day onward, his life began to rise. When Paul returned home with renewed strength, a fresh glow in his eyes, and answers that finally made sense, Divine stared at him with disbelief. "You mean Aunt Mabel cursed us?" "She tried to ruin both couples," Paul replied, "but Dorcas acted wisely. We acted blindly." Divine trembled. Her memories flooded back Aunt Mabel's forced smile, her strange speech, the tension she always carried. Divine felt anger, betrayal, and heartbreak. She felt like a victim thrown into a battle she never understood. But she also felt pride burning inside her. She was determined not to let jealousy destroy her destiny. Paul encouraged her gently. "Please, come with me. Let Prophet Namdi pray for you too. I want us to rise together." Divine resisted at first. Her logical mind clashed with the spiritual truth she could no longer deny. She cried, she fought within herself, she broke down, and finally, she surrendered. The deliverance was intense. Divine felt years of heaviness melt off her shoulders. She felt her vision clear, her heart strengthen, her spirit light up. For the first time in years, she felt alive. That same day, something even greater happened. Divine gave her life to Christ, choosing faith over fear, truth over pride, and wisdom over stubbornness. What followed was miraculous. Paul received unexpected business opportunities, clean, honest, productive. Divine got a job offer from an international company looking for a regional coordinator. Her interview was effortless. Her appointment letter came quickly. Her salary shocked the entire community. She became known nationwide for her intelligence, leadership, and integrity. Dorcas and Peter celebrated with them. The twins cried in each other's arms, their bond restored. Their marriages grew stronger, their respect for each other deepened, and their destinies aligned once more. Aunt Mabel disappeared from the village, leaving only rumors behind. Some said she ran away when her incantations failed. Some said she faced judgment. Some said she lived in regret. But none of that mattered anymore. The curse was broken. The families were restored. The truth had prevailed. The kingdom of Amodori learned a powerful lesson about jealousy, spiritual caution, faith, love, unity, and action. And the twins, once separated by fate, became a testimony for generations to come. Moral lesson: jealousy can look friendly, so always be careful and pay attention when something feels wrong. Sometimes a small warning can protect your whole life.